G'day everybody, and welcome back for another Assertive Combat Systems mod build stream thing. I've been working a fair bit on the mod in the background and have managed to, well, update a bunch of stuff. Ooh, that's not a good way to start with my voice like that. That's better? Yes, better. Yeah, so what I've done is I've completed what I think I need to for the atmospheric cargo ship behavior. So the atmospheric cargo ships are now capable of calling in the correct drones, running away as far and as fast as I want them to. They also, what else do they do? Oh, they also call in aid from nearby bases, and they will go and visit any bases that are present, any installations that are present, as they go about their business. So if there's a base there when they spawn, that base will send them a signal, and they will go to that base, hover over it for a bit, and then fly off. And that was one of the things that I really wanted to add in before I called the mod release ready. And the other thing that I really want to do before I call the mod release ready is pad out the roster of ships. So this is pretty much, if I ignore the drones off to the left, this is pretty much what's in the mod at the moment, although there is one that's missing, which I noticed I did as I was going through taking all these shots, because I want to make sure that these photos or these images are ready for going on the Steam Workshop page, because I want to have every ship shown off in all its glory and my new ACS logo in the top left. So I think I'm missing the Manta, and there's a Mjolnir ship here that I've missed as well when I did all the stuff. And thanks to Mork for the sub, Shogun for the bits, Jet, and General Space. And Mork again. And Jet again. If there are multiple bases in the area, it just goes to one. Unless it stays around long enough that the next base calls it as well. In which case it'll keep going. Which could be it'll be rare enough. I won't worry about it. That's the way things are done in programming, right? If it's rare, you don't worry about it. So... Oh, that's not the key I meant to press. No. So we've got our Bulldog, Cubiculus, got two Humboldts, Iapetus, Chasqui, Ladybugs, Panini Sidecars, Slippery Beetle. No, the Manta is there, but it's just not in the spawn group. Is it? Or did I just miss it when I was going through taking the pictures? How dare. How dare I? Let's fix that now. Yeah, Codon. Good enough. Could be an interesting edge case mechanic, yes. An edge case where the cargo ship gets called to so many different bases that it ends up running out of battery and just falling from the sky. Potentially falling on top of one of the other bases. And I was building this in... Where was I taking the pictures in? I can't remember. What save was it? Ah, this one. Stupid voice. Stay clear. So my plan for today was to show you guys a little bit of what I've been working on and hopefully add about another... Well, add a few more ships to the mod. A few of the ships from the submissions. Which hopefully will be possible. Ah, no. You shouldn't get real traffic issues. Oh, that's not what I meant to write. I meant to write that. Let's take the photo here. Need a greenish background because the mantis is quite grey. Don't want to have it blend in. Thanks again, Mark. I don't know what you mean, Jet, about spawn seed. Oh, speed. Whoops. No, the cargo ship's speed setting is something that I set in the mod. It's not something you can control. But for a little while there, I had the ships going a bit too quickly. I shouldn't have had them moving so quick, and it made it next to impossible for anyone to catch them. So now they don't go quite so fast. And when they do speed up, they don't speed up for quite so long. Here we go. One little photo up, and then we need to open up the Photoshops. So this is what I've been doing with each of these pictures. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted you guys to help with. I need to create a checklist. Checklist for ACS ships. So what do they need on the build? They must have... Oops. Let's just do this while I'm thinking of it. Build must have remote control. Antenna. MS Paint. No. Photoshop. Final, to get Ansel to open, you have to enable it in GeForce Experience. So press Alt-Z to open up GeForce Experience and then enable photo mode, and then you can open up Ansel again. Must have remote control, antenna, guns at adequate range, ammo in guns. I'm going to assume that they have a gyro because I usually fly the ships to test them. But I'm talking about my final checklist. Like, I've done the design, I'm happy with it all before I export it for the mod. That's what this checklist is for. It's not the build checklist, it's the final thing. What else do I need? Build must not have sombreros. What are the other little checks I do? Oh, random minor loot. Although Lucas is threatening to teach me how to randomize that properly so that I can just have a whole bunch of the data pads in a set loot thing so that then they can just be randomly put on board the ships and things. So certain ships will have properly random stuff, which is cool. Data pads. All right, that's all I can think of right now. So we'll just leave that. And then I will open up this. And I will open up this. No, Iron Moon, I don't worry about airtight. The ACS ships are visually correct as opposed to being actually correct. And here we go. Oof. Oh, that's a bit much. There we go. From dull to exciting. Oh, this has a code on it, I think. The Manta. TAC O2B. Then, just because I've been doing it on the other ones, I'm going to do it on this as well. I've been doing a little bit of this being like the ship overlying the logo, the text. That'll do. Good enough. Good enough for this purpose. Oh, no it's not. No it's not. No, that really wasn't good enough. That's better. There we go. Thanks again, Walk, for the bits. Why let function get in the way of form? Exactly. Crash Card, the reason I use Notepad++ is because it works, and every time I've tried to get anything like Visual Studio to work, it hasn't, so I can't be bothered. For my purposes, anything more advanced than Notepad++ is unnecessary. Oh, I think I know why I messed up. I forgot that the Manta is actually a proper variant as opposed to a superficial variant. So I didn't realize when I was gonna, when I was taking the pictures. Cool. So that one's now back in the list. Does that mean I have done all of the ships from that list? I think I have. Thanks, Richie. And let's just check. Thanks, General Space. I'm glad you've been enjoying it for that long. Alright, let's have a look. So I haven't added the jumping spider because I'm still not sure it really fits with the current mod. And I don't have any of the high level cargo ships in the mod at the moment, so I'm just leaving it out for now. The Humboldt is in. The Ladybug is in. The Panini Sidecar is in. The Thrush is in. The Stingray is in, which is Capac's variant on the Thrush, as you can tell from above. Chasqui is in. The Iapetus is in. Mask is in. And both of those are in. That's in, that's in, that's in, that's in. So it's the Mjolnir I haven't done, which is... I don't know where I've got the final build of it. The proper one. Oh, because I'd made it a medium difficulty one. That's why I hadn't gotten around to adding it. Yeah, Eisen, the Stingray's actually in the current published version. The the version I'm working on at the moment that's on here is not published and is not going to be published anytime soon. Yeah, the Miracos is in, the Cargo Square is in, Skippy's in, Cyclops is in, the Prison Ship's in, the Columbus is in, the Wasp is in. Pretty sure, yeah, the Automated Division Light Trans, yeah, all of those are in. Cool. And I need to start thinking what I'm going to do with this little Fight Bright drone, because I do want some of the space cargo ships to be able to spawn a big ship like that. Although, I could make this an occasional, a rarer cargo ship spawn. Nah, it'll be a drone. Yeah, the Stingray's a rare spawn. It's a rare spawn. But it is in there. Spawn group space. Where have I got it? Have I got it open? Cargo ships Atmo. There we go. Because this is still the spawn group from the original. From the published version. I haven't updated any of it yet for the cargo ships. Oh, that's right. I made a drone that can occasionally spawn as a medium difficulty encounter. Cool. All right, let's get this Mjolnir up to scratch. Shadow, the short answer to that is yes, I have considered adding a few hard ships, but no, I am not going to add any huge ships to this mod. The reason I'm not going to do that is I really like the fact that you can load this mod, even if you've got a low-end PC, and you will be able to use it. It will function, because the PCU on all of the ships is low. So you won't get horrible performance issues when you play with this mod. Some top tier drones with just small, large grid craft would be interesting. Yeah, Ragnarok, I think that's the way to increase the difficulty, is have some more rich spawns, so ones that have better loot, but have them spawn more or more difficult drones to make it a greater challenge. Also, this is a really empty cockpit. I can't believe I left it like this. That seems very much unlike me. Let's fix that. Alright. Let's get that greyish colour. Light grey. It might be the wrong version, Eisen, but it's the only one I got. I know I've got to leave these here for some reason. Oh, right. These are sensors. Can't remember what they were for. Oh well. Probably something mean. Just trying to eyeball match it to the color of the interior walls. Yeah, the getting sidetracked by this area was almost an inevitability. I don't know what to do with it though, because I've only got this space around the sides. Unless... we go with something like this. feel a bit more full. Does it allow you... Okay, that ain't right. Which way am I wanting to rotate this? I think that's right. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it'd be nice if Keen gave us some of those station, like control stations that are like Ixter's, not Ixter's, the Cult command consoles. Some ones that can actually click together, for want of a better term. I might just put a little script on here. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to put a I need to import the ACS logo in so I can stick it on ships. And then we have, what can I put on this one? Just so there's something on there. I guess energy? I also have to figure out, at some point, how to make faction logos that work. Because it'd be really nice to have... really nice to have the ACS logo, this thing, on the ships. Or on some of the ships. And it's simple enough that I should be able to make that into one of the in-game faction logos. Which, loading very slowly. Yeah, there we go. See, I tried to make one a while ago. It just didn't work out. And it also didn't work. Like, it was weird on the screens, but all of theirs are monochrome. So I might have to try and come up with a monochrome version of the ACS logo for it to make it work right. Oh, there we go. I'm happy enough with that. Let's check the checklist. Must have remote control, antenna, guns at adequate range. Remote control. Antenna, which must say the name of the ship. Which will be this. The ship needs to be named. The range needs to go up. Because I'm trying to make sure that so for the ships to respond to the calls from the nearby bases, they need to have an antenna range that actually reaches that base and can receive from it. So the base range has been increased, or the range on the bases, I should say, has been increased to do that. Turret range to maximum. Idle movement off. That's the other thing I should put in there. Guns at adequate range and idle movement off. Now, which of these are exterior turrets? They're the ones that should have the high range, and the interior ones do not. And... A large grid compatible medium grid level where it's a half a large grid block would be great. Yeah, things like that would be nice. I don't see them happening. Just like I don't see weapon core being integrated into the main game. Space Engineers is like... There's been a lot of resistance, and I think it comes from Marek, to having any sort of advanced weaponry in the vanilla game. So I'd be very surprised if that were to change. How's that look? That kind of works. Nice little addition, I reckon. Yeah. I could have used... Like, I think using the railings above and below here works. But obviously sometimes I'll use the neon lights to do that too. Oh, that's another thing I need to add to the list. Check lighting. Because a lot of these don't have proper setup lights. Alright, so we've done... Not all the... I think I've done all the exterior guns. Yeah. Let's check the interior ones, because they don't need to have as much range. I think sometimes that can end up surprising the player more than having them at full range. And I'm not certain, but I think it might use a little bit less processing time on your PC if they're set to low range. Or it would make sense if they did. Yeah, Shadow. Check lighting, aka don't Capac the lights. Arrgh. Capac really needs to walk through his builds with his headlight off from time to time. Alright, what have we done? Got the remote control, fixed the antenna, range and name. Guns at adequate range and auto movement off. Yes. Ammo and guns, haven't checked that. And then random minor loot, and then I'll check the lighting. Inventory. Turret. And there's no ammo in anything. Okay, let's fix that. These ones probably don't need a lot. Because if they're shooting back for a long time, this ship is not in a state to really be shooting back properly anyway. These ones, however. Yes, code on. Headlights have an off. Oh man. It was slightly painful watching Capac build his station the other day, knowing that if we get around to actually using that in a recording, I'm going to have to redo all of the lighting. Like, strip the whole lot out and redo the lot. Because he's used so many lights that it'll actually cause issues if there's any long range visible within the station, because there'll be too many point lights and it'll flicker and go horrible. It's something I've always had to deal with Capac. Okay, that is random minor loot and lighting. Alright. What shall I put in the chair. Let's put a power kit, a rifle, and a couple of ammo. And in this one, let's put a coffee. Oh, actually, in this one, let's put a coffee and... Nope, that one doesn't suit. Nope. Oh yeah, that'll work. All the lights going through walls destroy rasterization process. I discovered that recently when I accidentally turned the range on. Yeah, the lights going through walls is both annoying and convenient. It means you can get away with fewer interior lights than you'd expect, because sometimes you can put them through the walls, or like for bathrooms and things like that, instead of taking up an extra block in the bathroom, I'll just put a light on the level above it and then shine through the roof, which then conveniently looks like it comes from the roof. Like in here. How that actually kind of works. Hey, Remethep. How's it going, man? And thanks, XE6. I think I might have done the lighting in here. But I feel like these might need some stuff in them. Let's... Yeah, put that there. There we go. A little bit of random gold, why not? And then this person was reading a book. Actually, no, they were writing their poetry competition entry. I might have put too many data pads on here. These need to... I reckon back here should go a bit more red. Yeah, something around there. For the engine room. Does that make through here weird? A little bit. That's better. That's better. Yes. Interior turbines. I'm sure you'll have no problems being in here and not getting your head chewed up by the turbines. Sure, that'll be fine. Just fine. Alrighty. We have loots. We have everything on this list. That means we should... Oh. Check grid name, which I've done. Then Control C, F11, export. Done. Whoa, Dragnon. Gifting a three months of tier 1. Thanks, man. Right. What was I up to next? I think what I need to do next is load up the save with the next bunch of cargo ships. Ah! Close the doors, you heathen. Thanks, passing time. WD-40, the scripts come along with the blueprint. If you blueprint something in Space Engineers, all of the block settings do. Oops, that's the wrong file. Export. Just got to delete the other export file. Fix the doors. Wait, all the doors are shut, right? Yeah, I shut the other ones. Did I shut the one down the end of the hallway? Yeah. I just didn't shoot. Ah, one door. One door. I think Lucas even has a function in MES or Rival AI that closes the doors for you if you want. But I have never made use of it. Okay, there we go. Done. Exported with the doors shut. Now it's this one. Alrighty. Prepare to see some things. Some significant progress has been made on the next 10 ships from the Assertive Cargo Ship submissions. Yeah, Dragnon, I think Eisen's pretty happy with some more progress and potentially me working my way down the list of submissions. I doubt I'll ever catch up because by the time I get close to catching up, more people will submit stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. Alrighty. So these were the next 10 in the list. Some of you guys might have seen the stream where I upgraded this little ship to become the greenhouse, or as I think I remember someone affectionately calling it, the hot box, because it looks like some sort of drug runner's delight with all of the O2 farms and all these plants here. I think of it more as a rare plant smuggler. Yes, yes, the doors are open. This hasn't been checklisted. That's why this is not in the mod yet. The cargo box is not yet in the mod. Alright, rather than going through all of them and then coming back here, let's do this one by one. Oh, hold up. I really wanted the ACS logo for this ship. Shall I put the logo into the mod now? It will drive me nuts. It will drive me nuts. You're right. All right. There is the logo. I need to remember how to do this because I've forgotten. I have very much forgotten how to do this. Workshop. What is it I need? That's impossible images. Oh, I need to save them as DDSs, that's right. And I need to make it square. Oh, thanks, XE6. Thanks so much. I had to work an overnight last night and spent almost the entire shift catching up on the Capat Chronicles. I'm glad you enjoyed me posting them on Flipsy. A surprising number of people are watching them. I think a few people have even been watching them not realizing that that's not the original edit. I've gotten some comments on... For those of you not familiar, I've been posting Capac's perspective of Survival Unlikely to youtube.com/Flipsy, the first one that Nightbot just posted. And I think some people are discovering Survival Unlikely for the first time that way. I could try using Whip's Converter Horizon, but I was thinking of adding it as a proper mod so that you get, you know, proper quality pictures in there. So it can look nice, and it's more efficient that way as well from a processing point of view. So I need to do something. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to actually open up the mod file itself. One of the old mod DDSs. That's the easiest way I've found to do this. Mods, impossible images, textures, models. There you go. What? Oh, no. Oh, nuts. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this now, unfortunately. I need to go and find my DDS plugin because I've upgraded to a newer version of Photoshop. Drat. Unless I've got the plugin in my downloads folder somewhere. I think it's unlikely. Yeah, no. Drat. Suppose I could use Whip's image converter. And I'll put it on the list of things for me to do. I won't do it now during the stream. Let's just get back to this, and I will just write... Let's just have... Unless you guys can think of something funnier to write on this. ACS poster goes here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There we go. That'll do. I think. Maybe. Botany Bay. Oh dear. Totally legal botanical garden. Okay, yep. I like that one actually. And just slightly shrink the text. Add some padding. Copy those settings and then go around and do the other one. Dave's not her, man. And thanks, He Who Types. I think I missed that before. It's distracted. Alrighty. We have an antenna for the cargo box, which says a range of more than that. Let's go with that. Yeah. What was I... This list. Okay. So, must have remote control. Let's check that. Remote control. It has... Has an antenna with a range and name. Yes. Guns at adequate range and idle movement off. All of these turrets are exterior. They all have adequate range and they all have idle movement off. Ammo in guns. That's a resounding no. None of them do. Great. Oh. And I also don't have ammo in this one, so let's do this. Ah, I'm gonna have to spawn in the... what did I call them? Talking Dead. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the guns are empty threats. At my base only. All logs. Space only. For use anywhere. All logs. Okay. What's this one say? Yeah, I'm gonna put that one on there. Oh, there is an interior gun. That doesn't need full range. Let's put... Wait, do I even have any cargo space in this thing? Oh yeah, I do. Up here. Put a data pad in one of these beds. Yeah! Walking around in this ship without gravity is hard. Because of the single width stairs. Oh, I need a bunch of... hang on. Need a bunch of tools. Oh yeah, I should bring space credits. I should put them in the loot as well. Can I... Space credit. There we go. And let's spawn a bunch of these. Yep, there we go, that's them. Then a bunch of these. Should make a casino ship with an ejector connector that shoots credits at you. Sounds like a very Capac idea, Dragnon. Hilarious, but very Capac. Splitsy making a 0G ball pit of angle grinders. And drills now. And the next thing, this is annoying. This is a really handy thing I have set up in most of my other build worlds. Is I've got my personal inventory full of so much stuff that it's just easy to go around filling up the cargo. And because of creative mode, your personal inventory is infinite. You can just carry as much as you want. Anything else that I want for this? Yeah, some clan collar would be nice. Some... I do like the occasional construction component added to things. Cosmic coffee. Need power kits. Where are the power kits? Cool medkits, yep, them. And... Steve in a pilot seat. Yeah, I think I've done that on something. I feel like I have. I feel like I put Steve on a pilot seat somewhere. Alright, now we can put something in here. Let's put a grinder. A little bit of ammo. Why I didn't put anything on that square. It's very unlike me. Alright, we've got a data pad. That's upstairs. Can't remember where if I put anything up here. Oh, this is where the pilot seat is. Wait, can I put space credits in a bed? Ah, stuck. Stuck. Because you can only access the inventory of a bed when actually lying in it, and as far as I'm aware, you can... Oh, you can put space credits in a bed. Cool. So you can only put space credits and data pads in beds. That is quite cool. Have a clean cola. Alright, so what else do we need to do? Ammo and guns, random minor loot, check lighting. So we need to move the sun. I don't think there was any spot for lights up here. I think I deliberately left it with none. Because I couldn't work out a way to get lights up here. I can't walk down those stairs. Oh, hang on a sec. These that's why there's nothing there, because this catwalk is actually occupying this block. And that's also why there's no light from up here. The light all comes from down below. Which doesn't look too weird because you can see through the floor. Doesn't look as weird as it might do. But what I could do is add a light here and here. So we've got some light up here that's actually up here. I've got some lights down here. I'll just copy the settings for first. And then that should work. Oh yeah, Jet. Why was I spawning them separately? I should have been spawning the welders into cargo. Whoops. That's quite bright. Maybe I'll dim those ones. Give me the light. Give me the light. Give me the light. Give me the light. If you are transporting totally legal botanical plants, you don't want a lot of light. It's true. You do want a lot of this light, though. Which is cheekily generated by a corner light right here, not by the neons. Yeah, Ragnarok. All of the lights are now listed as doubles, even though some of them are singles. Yep. The joys of me learning that command. Okay. There we go. So randomize loot, check lighting, check grid name, and close the doors. Doors are closed. Let's check the grid name. So this needs to change to NPC-ACS space cargo box. Okay. No. Idle movement is not off on the Gatlings. Ammo. Oh, I did get sidetracked before ammo, didn't I? Got through one of them and then I totally lost the plot and went on to lighting. And that should be the lot of them, I think. Nope, there are 3 more interior turrets I've missed. They must be underneath, yes. Gotta say, looking at this right now, that interior turret under the front there looks redundant. What's the PCU on this thing? It's fine. Cool, let's bring the sun back. Splitsy doesn't go on side tracks, he goes into a maze made of tracks and gets lost. This is true. Oh yes, Sirac. So Lucas has published modular encounters and rival AI for use on Xbox servers. I would strongly suggest, when you start out with NPC content like that, to begin with air traffic and surface occupation. Don't add any others until you're ready for a bit more of a fight. Then my next would be Reavers. Corruption is the nastiest of the lot, actually, because it still uses some old trickery to chase the player directly. But yeah, Reavers would be the first particularly nasty one I'd add, and then I'd go in terms of difficulty. Next would be Orcs, and then last would be Corruption. Reavers are quite fair. Reavers have ways you can avoid them. Orcs, I think, might, in the new version, have some ways to avoid them, but Corruption are unavoidable. Corruption will seek you out, find you, and murderize you. Which is part of the fun of it, and one of the reasons I like Corruption is because it will do those things. Alright, cargo box is ready. I haven't published these for the Xbox yet. I probably won't until I actually do the proper release version. Come on. Why aren't you? Set F11. What the... Huh? Oh, hold up. I know why that's not working. It's an online world. Needs to be offline for me to have F11 access. Yeah. Yeah, Surak. I suspect Lucas is progressively adding his mods to mod.io. I need to get back and do the whole publishing of my workshop blueprints to mod.io now that it's not a massive pain to do. Whoa, chappy, easy with the caps, Matt. Yeah, Reavers can be mean in space, but generally speaking, they're avoidable, so they're not as nasty as the others. Alright, export. There we go. Cargo box done. Now, I believe the gnat over here is ready to go. Let's go through the list. Let's up that. Oh yeah, Gruz. If you're working on the scripting side of things, for that thruster mod that you're making for this, the scripting has to run server side rather than client side. That's how Lucas has fixed MES and Rival AI to work on the Xbox for the Xbox version. It's by moving all the scripting server side. That's all I understand of it anyway. Alright, remote control, antenna. Remote control. Haven't accidentally deleted it, have I? No, remote control. No, I have not deleted it. Antenna is correct. Guns at adequate range and idle movement off. Where are the guns? There is a gun on top. Oh, there's only one gun. I might add an extra gun. I might add one more. Somewhere. Well, I'm not sure it has a spot for one. Hey, Ecto1. Hey, McCain. Chin gun. You reckon chin gun, Eisen? Maybe, although you've got a light there. Oh yeah, there's a spot just there. Yeah, that's a good spot. Chin gun. That's up the range, turn idle movement off, and now we have done. Guns at adequate range, ammo and guns, random minor loot. Let's go have a look inside once I remember how to get in. Wait, what have I done? How have I missed the entryway? Oh, that's right, it's the door on top. And yes, Eisen did make this ship. That's why it's kind of handy having him tell me where to go. There's some ice in there. Let's put a grinder in there. And just because... Oh, dang it. Need to grab some data pads. Shush. I know, I missed the door. I should know better. I've flown into this ship a few times. There we go. The Book of Tahan. And some coffee. I might reduce that number down a bit. There we go. Cool. Well, that would make the gnat ready to go, I think. As long as I name it. Hammer and guns, random minor loot, check lighting, and check grid name. Alright, let's check the lighting. I don't think there's much to do with the lighting on this one. Because there are no exterior lights that are on. The ones on the front are off. And inside... I think we're good. Cool. Close the door. And we have another ship. Control C. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because I didn't name the grid. There we go. Nat. That's true, Sea Pickle. It does have a bit of that Castrol feel to it. A mini Castrol. I'm glad you like the data pads, Evident. I really like a lot of the submissions I've been sent for the cargo ships. They're... yeah. They just... There's something special about walking through a world and finding little bits of lore, even if you don't read them. Knowing they're there adds a depth that is otherwise lacking. Now the next ship we've got is one that I've forgotten the name of. Ah, the Bison. So the Bison has gotten a few modifications to it. It was one of the earlier submissions, so it was back before I realized that giving people large thrusters in any format is not ideal, so I've tended to move the ships away from it. And it had a double for a ship that is fairly stocky and well defended. But I've gone and reduced it to 1 up here. And, you know, because I love the new sci-fi thrusters and they work quite well on the side. Stuck them in there, though that means I probably... Where's the forward and backward thrust? Did I forget to put that on there? No, there's back. There they are. There they are. So let's have a look inside. Yes, if you want to send submissions for the data pads, you can just join the Discord, which there's a link now on my thingo, and go to the Talking Dead. Read the descriptions up the top. Anything that's not safe for work will be deleted, all the usual, because this stuff will show up in my content at some point, and I want it to be consistent with that. Alright, let's have a look inside. Once I remember. That's right, it's underneath. So, replaced the window stairs, which were on this one, with DLC stairs. Because I think this might have been... Oh, missed a block. I should have replaced these two. There you go. If I'm replacing that, I'll do the regular railings. Oh, hang on. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. Because I've got the catwalk there. I think these ones do look better. Oops, wrong block. Oops, wrong block. Oh dear. Nothing to see here. I didn't just do that. Alright. Ship falls in half due to structural railing. Yes. Yes, this has down thrust, but doesn't have up thrust. I mean, it has up thrust, it doesn't have down thrust. Oh, it is missing down thrust. Dang it. Where could I do that? I reckon we could lose that turret position, potentially. Or let's try this. Yeah, this should work. Yes, it does need down. So the reason these ships need down thrust... Oh wait, do they need down thrust anymore? They did when they were using Keen's autopilot, but with the rival AI. Autopilot, does it actually need it? I can't remember whether Lucas said that it definitely did still. I do it anyway, because I can't remember which parts are still reliant on the rival AI autopilot and which are reliant on the vanilla autopilot. Wait, let's make this more blue. Drop the intensity way down, because that's too bright. Okay. That just got really flat. So we need a light in here. I'm gonna have to mess with this lighting, because it's really flat. Oh! Dark Crow, strictly speaking, no. There aren't any needs for updated tutorials for space engineers. However, I'm still hoping to find the time at some point this year to do them. I would like to redo my tutorials at some point. But largely the main thing I want to add to it is tell people turn off weather. If you're starting the game, turn weather off. Don't play with it. It was added without enough thought for the new player experience. Actually, let's get rid of that as well. Let's see where I can put some other lights. So I got corner lights everywhere. Else. Yeah. Well, Yeah, agreed, just turn off lightning, but you have to turn off lightning with mods, and if I'm telling someone how to start playing a game, I tend not to suggest mods until they've actually experienced the game. I think lightning should be an option separate to weather, personally. I just think, yeah, when I saw people playing with Jakaria's weather mod before it became vanilla, I saw lots of people turning lightning off, and it's sad that Keen didn't realize that's what people were doing and follow suit and have it off when they integrated it into vanilla. Because, yeah, the lightning's terrible. The lightning is as bad, possibly even worse, than the old school meteors. The weather effects are really nice, and they add some nice dynamic nature to the planets. But the lightning is so bad that it's like... it's an RNG killer. And that's just bad game design. Because that's the sort of thing that makes players frustrated, not have fun. Yeah, lightning as a 10-second EMP would have been a great idea. Because then it would have been a minimal punishment, but still kind of fun. It's a little bit of a punishing experience, but not much. Enough that you want to avoid it, but not enough that if it happens to you, it's gonna make you rage quit. Marsmallow, they haven't removed the meteors. The meteors haven't worked properly in about 9 months? Maybe over a year? I know Armageddon mode hasn't worked in at least that long. Which is sad, because I really, really want to do a stream where I see if I can survive Armageddon mode for a full stream length. But it doesn't work. Yeah, Gruz. In one of the Industrial Overhaul mod streams, I did get zapped in the bottom of a hole. That is true. The lightning somehow struck me all the way down in a hole. Okay. This looks cold and stark, which is very different to most of my other ships, most of the other ships in the mod. Exactly, Ragnarok. Lightning in SE is the spirit of meteors with a different skin slapped on it. Dark Crow, every single time I attempt to do a tutorial on how to make safe zones work, I crash my game messing around with how safe zones don't work. There are a few things that happen, and yeah. I will try and make another attempt at it, but I've had some very bad misfortune with safe zones and game crashes. Splitsy breaking SE? No. Yes, dragged on. I brokered it.
think I'll leave some of these empty-ish. Let's put some cola behind here. And a med kit. There we go. Yeah, I don't... Saying Wasted and Shack seem to be breaking SE with Weapon Core, it's probably more Weapon Core breaking SE. Like, I know I just was a little bit salty about some Space Engineers changes, but it always seems a bit unfair to blame Space Engineers for breaking when you're playing with mods. Big ones that change a lot of stuff. Could it not be the mod that's breaking things? Is what I always think. Like, most of you guys know, I have been, like, I'm a big fan of the stuff they do, but that is certainly something I'm not necessarily in agreement with when people complain about Space Engineers breaking and they've modded it beyond recognition. Seems a bit unfair. Whereas what I'm complaining about is something that affects the new player experience. Where's that one that's inside? I already changed the range on. There we go. You're welcome, Sirach. Yeah, Mythos. It is always plain parts. If the game breaks, blame plain parts. Did I? Oh, that's the turret that I dropped off. In fact, let's get rid of that turret and put just one on this side. It's got the antenna on the other side, so it kind of works. Brings a bit of balance back with that asymmetry. So, who did do this build originally? I think it might take me a year to get back that far in the assertive cargo ships thing. Still going back. Aha. There we go. Ah, this is a Vox build. The Bison Troop Transport. How many more turrets have I got to do? One more interior, two more. I think it's this one that I didn't do, isn't it? Nope, not that one. Check the antenna range. Bison. I wonder how many submissions there are from people who've moved on from the server since. Probably quite a few, Jex. Probably quite a few. Because it, like, some of these submissions are 18 months ago. Oh, the new turret's moving. Subtle, Dragnon, subtle. Alright. Let's check the checklist. has a remote control. Pretty confident it does because I remember seeing it. Remote control, yes. Antenna range and name, yes. Guns at adequate range and idle movement off, yes. Ammo and gun, yes. Random minor loot, yes. Check lighting, yes. Check grid name and close the doors. Closed. Grid name. Yep. Bison. Bison troop transport. Foxman do not want reactors on any ships that are atmospheric only. Can have small reactors on space-based cargo ships. Anything with large reactors gets removed. I don't want large reactors on any builds. And I'm given the number of submissions. At some point soon, I think I may say if it's not under 4,000 PCU, I'm just going to move on from it. Because it's sometimes a lot of work bringing ships underneath the PCU limit. And I set that PCU limit for a good reason, I think. So that's the Bison. Now, this ship. This ship by Funky Bacon is really nice. One thing that does have to go is this. Because you can't use LCDs with whip script on them. Those LCDs are a performance hit in and of themselves, so I don't use them. Jackson, that, like, 4026, I'm not going to bat an eyelid at, but really make a serious attempt to bring things under the limit, because it's a soft no for things up to 4,500. If it's over 4,500, it's like going to be a hard no. This ship does look amazing. It has got some large ion thrusters, which I'm not fond of. It has a Spartan interior, but it does work for the design of the ship because you've got a cockpit instead of a control panel. So you do still have a pressurized workspace. So I was thinking of this ship as being a more high-level ship similar to this ship. So if we have a look at the chassis, like, it's another beautiful design. Yes, Jackson. That's why I thought I'd use your ship as the example. This was made by Jackson, and it's another really nice looking ship. But after I got my hands on it, I pushed its PCU up higher because this is going to be a rare higher end spawn. But when this was submitted, this ship was under 4,000. Or bang on it. And if we have a look at this one, it is also under 4,000 PCU. But it was doing it in a way that I later changed the rules. I changed the rules after people realized that using large thrusters gets around the PCU limit of having lots of thrusters. So I avoided that. Yeah. The WHI stuff, this is, like,
let's just have a quick look at this design and see why it works so well. See those ribbing marks on the side? Notice how there's a gap of 1 starting from the right, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, which creates that sense of movement and speed in the build. You've got these little add-on pieces, one in red to match the cargo containers, and then the next bit in grey to match those little winglets that have the thrusters on them. The winglets and the front of the ship go down to the same height, which implies that it can land on them. They're landing legs. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that's put into this build that is visually kind of spectacular. It really, really works. But we're going to have to change a few things. I'm going to try and reduce the number of large ions here. Prospero! Wrong stream! I should turn off those killer minion things. Oh man. That's funny, man. Alright, they should be off now. Oh, that's funny. Okay. For those of you who missed it yesterday, I played Evil Genius 2, and I had a thing set up where people could order me to kill or interrogate a minion using channel points. Now, I reckon with the use of sci-fi thrusters on this, we can... no, he's made such good use of the old school. I think I've got to stick old school. Now, I wonder if this is going to be a bad change I've made. Because it's sort of added something having that little bump at the back where the thrusters were. Yeah. So have a look at this side on. That in profile does not look as good as this in profile. So what we need to do is actually add some sort of tail shape. What? Oh. Alright, Ragnarok, I'll fix it. Did not even notice those before. There we go. Make you feel better? Now they're actually mirrored. Oh, this creates a bit of room down here. To think about that after. Yeah. I could add a bump with another turret, but I'm afraid that a full block high bump is going to be too much. Yeah, I think it just needs to be half block. Yeah, just needs a little fin. Just needs a something like that. Let's try this out and just see if it works. One before the end, you reckon? Yeah, I think you're probably right. Then I know what to do. Oh, no, you know what? I don't think that works as well. I think what we need to do is this. Nope, that doesn't work either. Go! Hmm. Oh no, I can't push the thrusters back a block. I just deleted the rear thrust. That was the one large thruster I was going to leave. I was going to get rid of these two on the side and just leave the one big one at the back. Oops. You can't turn the slope on the back the other way around. It has nothing to attach to. That sort of works, I think, if I do this as well. Oops, wrong block. I grab this one. Or is it this one? No, where's that one? Just to bring it up a little bit. Or does that go back to there now? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. I think that sort of works though. I think I need to bring it forward one more block. Just gives enough bulk there to still draw the eye through the ship. I think if I went retro armor on this, it'd draw too much of the eye away. Because you got the silver bit on the big thruster. Yeah, I think so, Dragon. I think it'd be too shiny. I wish we could have the retro armor texture without the retro armor physics. So it was less shiny, but that same texture. So we could put vents around the place. I'm just going to keep staring at these two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure part of the design was to work around the thruster as a necessity, but it also kind of worked. I think I'm happy with that. And then we need to go through and change out the window stairs for real stairs. Then debate whether I get rid of those catwalks and go to the railings instead. Alright, so for those of you wondering why I'm so pedantic about getting rid of large thrusters, 960 thruster components. Even with 5 of these, I've still got fewer than half that. Yeah. Karate, these are all ships that were submitted over on Discord. So Funky Bacon made this one that we're looking at the moment. Alright, is that thruster the way that that pod attaches? No, it is not the only attachment point. Let's see what we can do here. This might be just best done simply like this. Not try and do too much there. Yeah, I could have stuff be damaged, although I think for this ship, because it's going to be a higher level fight, I probably don't want to go and damage too much. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with that design. Oops. I didn't do mirror mode deliberately there, Nathan. If I didn't like it, I wanted to keep the original side to look at. So I wanted to be able to flick around and have a look at the other side and change it up, and then I'd redo it. So the only thrusters remaining for big thrust are the big forward and the big reverse. So let's do a standard splitsy thing and have less reverse thrust than forward thrust. Because that's the way I do it. Because I don't ever make the sensible choice with that. Oh, we've still got the lifting thrust too. Ooh, hold up. This one might need to have the lifting thruster if it's ever going to be capable of flying on a moon. I'll just make sure that this spawns a swarm of locusts. I think that still works. A swarm of Lucas? No, a swarm of locusts. Yeah, I've got a... if we go to the thingy... Where's space? Spawn groups, drone, space. 3 of them spawn together. So you'll have 3 locusts coming at you from one direction. Actually, let's not add let's not add a warhead. I'm going to add a decoy right next to it. Because if you're using turrets, the decoy will aim for it. And that'll draw fire to this thruster. There you go. Hopefully that'll mean that if you attack this with turrets, this thruster will be the first thing to go. No, Final Event. I prefer having them spawn in a little group. I want them to be a wing of drones that move together. So that's why it's not spawning 3 times over. It's spawning 3 as a single spawn. I reckon it's better that way for what I wanted to achieve. Okay, dokie. Yes, how is the PCU going? We are now up to only 4,147. That's not too bad. But now we're going to add some guns. Actually, I'll fix the inside first. Need to do something down here. Start with that. And... not sure what to put there. What should I put there? It's all cryo transport. Does anyone else have this problem? Where the texture's all mangled on the cryopod? Oh yeah, nice thought. Interior turret. Okay, good. It's a vanilla thing. I thought it might have been a modded thing, that's why I was concerned. But yes, it's annoying that they haven't fixed it. Okay, there's not much more room up front. Could put another interior turret in here. Alright, let's arm up the outside because this is all pretty well done. What I do need to do, though, is put a couple of things in the front here. I didn't put a vent anywhere here because this thing is not airtight, and it's actually designed to not be. So you can see there's no living space or anything, and I feel like that works here. This is one of the few designs where I'm not going to make it look like it's airtight because it's cryopods and a cockpit only. I feel like it works for it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to do inside. Ooh. Yes, there is. Oh no, looks like the lighting is pretty well right. Keep that turret in the darkness. Cockpit in the darkness, yep, nice. Oh, I think I might be getting a delivery. Just 1 second, guys, sorry, I'll be back in a moment. So that's not a delivery, that's actually someone coming to give us a quote on removalists for moving. So I'm actually going to have to wrap the stream up here, which is annoying. I thought I would get through more of this, but still managed to add a few extra ships, get them fully ready for the mod and exported. And that means that hopefully next time I come in, I will get onto the rest of the ships in this list. So there's all that and plenty more to come. And I'll see you guys then. Sorry for wrapping that up so quickly. Real life gets in the way. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for coming, guys.